So how does this work? Americans are being forced to sign up for Obamacare, but our elected officials and their staffs are getting subsidies for it. Our next guest says Washington ought to live by the same rules they pass. Louisiana Senator David Vitter joins us now. Senator, thanks a lot for joining us this morning.
Thanks, Tucker. Great to be with you.
You tried to require members of Congress and their staff to abide by the same rules as everybody else under Obamacare. And for this, the Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid said you were insane. You were, quote, not playing with a full deck.
That's
Is
right.
that the definition of insanity?
I guess that proves, going back to your last segment, for the record, I work in the land of the zombies, which is the Harry Reid U.S. Senate.
It's unbelievable.
But actually, there's a section in Obamacare which itself requires this. It's just that it was so unsettling to a lot of people in Washington. They got the Obama administration to issue a special rule to take all of the financial sting out and essentially undo it.
So my favorite part of this whole story was when members of Congress found out their staffs would have to abide by the same rules as everyone else, they said that we can't have that because there will be, quote, a brain drain.
Right.
All the smart people will leave if they have to live under the laws they pass.
Yeah, folks I live with in Louisiana say, what brains? These are the brains that gave us Obamacare, number one. Number two, what about the same thing going on, these same impacts on the rest of America? So let's fix this for America, not just for Washington.
But this is part of a theme here.
Sure.
You know, passing gun control, but keeping your own armed guards, pushing, windmills on the rest of the country, but not in Nantucket Sound, because I sail there, said Ted Kennedy. I mean, this is kind of modern liberalism, right? It's for you, but not for me.
Absolutely. And as I said in the clip you showed, the first rule of American democracy should be that Washington lives by the same rules it imposes on America. To put it more simply, the chefs should have to eat their own cooking. When you walk into a restaurant and that's not happening, something is very, very wrong.
That is such a basic principle. Senator, did you get a single Democrat to support you in this?
No, not yet. I think we will when we get a vote. The key is getting a vote, and I'm fighting to get a vote. That's why Harry Reid is trying to do everything he can to block a vote every turn of the way. So I think the key, the breakthrough, will come when we get a vote, and we're going to eventually get one.
This is such a bipartisan issue, though. I mean, this infuriates people. You pull 10 people off the street, and 10 of them are mad about this. How can they defend this? What is their rationale?
Tucker, they can't, and that's why they don't want to talk about it, and they don't want to vote. They resort to personal attacks, intimidation, and they just block the vote. You're right, it is a bipartisan issue. America clearly agrees with the common sense behind this. Unfortunately, it's somewhat of a bipartisan issue in Washington because a lot of Republicans were part of the scheming to get this special illegal Obamacare rule. But once we get a vote, that's going to start to change.
I hope every one of them is exposed for doing that, too. Senator David Vitter of Louisiana, thanks a lot for joining us.
Thanks,
I appreciate it.